Hey there, welcome to Page Pal Picks. Discover a new bestseller every week. Have you ever heard the remarkable story of Ronald Read, a janitor who amassed a staggering $8 million in savings by the time he passed away in 2014? Yes, you read that correctly, a janitor with millions. And no, he didn't win the lottery or inherit a fortune. His secret? Consistent saving and the magic of compounding. The lesson here is clear: your financial behavior often matters more than your intelligence. Even without an Ivy League degree or a Wall Street job, you can achieve wealth by making sound financial choices. Morgan Housel, in his book, The Psychology of Money, emphasizes that financial success isn't a rigid science, it's a soft skill. How you behave with money matters more than what you know. So, let's delve into the top 5 takeaways from Housel's insights. Takeaway number 1, pay the price. Imagine you desire a new, impressive watch. You walk into the store, eyeing the offerings. Whether it's to impress friends or a special someone, you face a choice: pay for the watch or consider a less savory option, like stealing it. Most of us would opt for the first choice, swiping our card and doing the right thing. Just like buying a watch, investing also comes with a price. A fee, if you will. High returns often require a concentrated portfolio, although Peter Lynch might be an exception. But remember, a concentrated portfolio means volatility. It's the price you pay for potential gains. In summary, financial success isn't solely about numbers, it's about behavior. Ronald Read's janitorial wisdom teaches us that consistent saving, compounded over time, can lead to extraordinary results. So, whether you're a janitor or a Wall Street executive, focus on the soft skill of financial behavior. It's your ticket to wealth. In summary, financial success isn't solely about numbers, it's about behavior. Ronald Read's janitorial wisdom teaches us that consistent saving, compounded over time, can lead to extraordinary results. So, whether you're a janitor or a Wall Street executive, focus on the soft skill of financial behavior. It's your ticket to wealth. Investing in the stock market for long-term gains comes with a price, a fee that isn't always monetary. Let's delve into the emotional toll associated with seeking high returns. Imagine your net worth taking a sudden 20% hit in a single week. Would you stay the course? Many investors find it challenging. When major holdings report disappointing quarterly earnings, panic can set in. But here's the catch: the pursuit of high returns demands resilience. The more you seek, the higher the emotional cost. Consider the Netflix example. Suppose you had the foresight a decade ago to envision Netflix's bright future. You invested significantly, and today, you'd be quite wealthy. But could you bear the emotional cost? Netflix weathered major downturns during this period. In 2011, when the company lost numerous customers and its stock plummeted 80% from its peak, would you have held steady? Facing family and loved ones, knowing their future might be at risk, isn't easy. Even if you're not all in on Netflix, investing involves volatility. Consider the S&P 500 index fund purchased in 1980. Over 13 years, you'd experience periods when your portfolio was down 20% from its high, and about 8 months when it was down 50%. Volatility is the price you pay for potential gains. Remember, the journey to wealth isn't just about numbers, it's about emotional fortitude. Takeaway number 2, never enough. Human behavior is a fascinating study. Imagine handing someone a $2 million bonus, and they're content, until they discover that their neighbor received $2 million and $1. Suddenly, envy sets in, and they're plagued by dissatisfaction for the next year. Capitalism excels at 2 things: generating wealth and breeding envy. The desire to outshine neighbors, peers, and friends can fuel hard work and ambition. Striving to make it becomes a powerful motivator. But here's the twist: social comparison can leave us feeling perpetually inadequate. Let's delve into some eye-opening statistics. To join the top 1% of income earners in the US, you'd need to earn around $500,000 annually. Meet Bill, a specialized doctor, a rich man by most standards. Bill enjoys luxury cars, exotic vacations, and perhaps even hires help for mundane tasks. But Bill's self-perception changed when he acquired a vacation home in the Hamptons. His neighbor, Stan, belongs to the top 1% of the 1%. Stan, a CEO of a major public company, rakes in a staggering $10 million each year. Yet, Stan's childhood friend, Michael Jordan, puts them both in perspective. Michael, the basketball legend, belongs to the 1% of the 1% of the 1%. His fortune of $2 billion dwarfs Stan's annual salary. But wait, there's more. Michael occasionally mingles with celebrities, including a certain Jeff Bezos. Bezos, in the top 1% of the 1% of the 1% of the 1%, saw his net worth soar by $75 billion in 2020, now hovering around $200 billion. And so, the cycle continues, a paradox of wealth, ambition, and envy. There's always someone more successful, wealthier, or more accomplished. This comparison-driven envy has led countless individuals down ill-fated paths throughout history. Some have risked everything, leveraging their portfolios to ascend the social ladder, only to lose it all and face despair. Others, acting on insider information, sacrificed their personal reputation and later their freedom behind bars. Many abandoned their families, only to find their partners leaving or betraying them. By immersing yourself in educational channels and learning the art of successful investing, you may eventually attain a level of financial freedom that seems unattainable to the average person. However, it's crucial to recognize when enough truly is enough. We won't trade what we have and need for something unnecessary, even if the desire lingers. Takeaway number 3, crazy is in the eye of the beholder. At first glance, it appears that people make irrational choices with their money. Some splurge on extravagant items, while others stash cash under their mattresses. But let's pause and consider a crucial truth. People come from diverse backgrounds, shaped by unique childhoods, parents, life experiences, and education. These factors contribute to distinct perspectives and values. What seems absurd to one person might make perfect sense to another. Morgan illustrates this with the example of lottery tickets. In the US, the lowest income households spend over $400 annually on the lottery, 4 times more than the highest income group. Now, you might think, why squander an emergency buffer on lottery tickets? Seems crazy, doesn't it? But let's step into their shoes. These individuals live paycheck to paycheck, with minimal savings. Education and career opportunities are scarce. A dream vacation or a new car remains out of reach. And college for their children? It often means mountains of debt. Buying a lottery ticket becomes their gateway to the dream life many of us already lead. So, why do they buy more lottery tickets? Because their perspective is different. Not so crazy after all, perhaps? Now, how does this relate to becoming a better investor? Acknowledging our differences is key. We resist blindly copying investment portfolios or strategies that don't align with our goals. Our risk tolerance might exceed that of a billionaire. We're focused on getting rich, not just staying rich. So, copying the billionaire's portfolio might not serve our purpose optimally. Recognizing these disparities empowers us to say no to investments outside our circle of competence. It's about understanding that financial behavior isn't one size fits all, it's a tapestry of individual perspectives woven into our financial journey. Consider GameStop as an illustration. Since I'm not involved in trading, I remained uninvolved in this entire saga. It's simply not within my purview. Recognizing diverse viewpoints, or at least acknowledging the various lenses through which people perceive the world, can enhance our understanding of society and guide us toward our individual paths. Takeaway number 4, Peekaboo. The Great Depression, World War II, financial crises, and the COVID-19 pandemic, all these events share common threads. They significantly shaped our society, leaving indelible marks on financial markets. Yet, their occurrence was nearly impossible to foresee. Enter Nassim Taleb, one of my favorite authors, who aptly labels such events as black swans. Let's explore their characteristics. Outliers and impossibility. A black swan is an outlier, an event that defies all historical precedent. Nothing before it convincingly hints at its possibility. Imagine standing on Black Monday in 1987, witnessing the market lose nearly a quarter of its value in a single day. Would you have panicked and shouted, "Sell? Sell"? Or would you have calmly weathered the storm, perhaps adding more chips to your sidelined investments? Extreme impact. Black swans carry immense consequences. Their impact reverberates far beyond what anyone could anticipate. And yet, after the fact, we rationalize them as unavoidable. Human nature tricks us into believing we should have foreseen them all along. Hindsight clarity. The market's hindsight clarity is both humbling and deceptive. Consider this: if you invested in the S&P 500 index 20 years ago but missed the 4 best-performing stock market days, your return would drop from 291% to 164%. A substantial difference. The moral of the tale: prepare yourself, mentally and financially, for unforeseeable disasters. It's more useful than hoping to react faster than everyone else. Ignore macro projections. The things that will cause big fear among the investment community in the future are unlikely to be foreseen anyway. Takeaway number 5, the seduction of pessimism. Imagine I presented you with a litany of reasons why the market might crash later this year. I'd mention the gigantic US governmental debt, the potential inflation triggered by stimulus checks, and the specter of new COVID-19 strains. Chances are, you'd be intrigued and perhaps develop a rather negative view of our current market cycle. Now, consider a different scenario. Instead of doom and gloom, I share examples of why things are likely to improve. Life expectancy is rising, sustainable energy costs are decreasing, and computing power is skyrocketing. But here's the twist, you'd probably just shrug your shoulders and move on. Why does the pessimistic person sound so intelligent while the optimist appears naive? Daniel Kahneman, author of Thinking, Fast and Slow, sheds light on this asymmetry. Our evolutionary wiring favors loss over gain. Threats take precedence over opportunities because survival hinges on vigilance. Pessimists command our attention, not only for evolutionary reasons but also because setbacks unfold faster than progress. Tragedies and setbacks occur within compressed time frames, making them ripe for intriguing narratives. Optimism, on the other hand, thrives on longer time horizons, less dramatic, more vague. But here's the kicker, knowing that we're drawn to pessimists can help us balance our perspectives. The world, as Sweden's Hans Rosling would affirm, is better than we think. Getting rich in the stock market requires paying the price of volatility. But what else can we learn from financial wisdom? Let's explore some key takeaways. Envy and contentment. Envy, one of the 7 deadly sins, can corrode our well-being. Never risk what you have and need for what you don't have and don't need. Contentment with our current situation is often a richer path. Diverse perspectives. Different perspectives shape our actions. Rationality varies based on individual viewpoints. Acknowledge that what seems crazy to one person might make total sense to another. Preparing for disasters. Instead of futilely predicting disasters, focus on mental and financial preparedness. Life storms will come, but resilience ensures survival. Be cautious when seeking investment advice, as pessimism often appeals more to our survival instincts than optimism does. The asymmetry of progress and setbacks. Progress happens slowly, while setbacks occur swiftly. Tragedies and setbacks receive more attention due to their shorter time frames. To create an optimistic story about the future, we must look at longer time horizons. Remember, the world is better than we think. As Sweden's Hans Rosling would affirm, explore the gems that lie beyond the surface. If you found these insights valuable, let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content.